Wassup YouTube, PokePrimer here, finally to deliver you our Week 10 team builder for Fella. We're at the point in the season now where no free agency swaps are available, so I'm able to build this team now, considering the very final team for my opponent at this time is already confirmed. Now, we discussed this at the end of our battle with Wes. It came down to we have to win our last two matches of the season in order to make playoffs. So we have to be really careful. Both our match against Waffles, which you would have already seen at this point, and our match against Jazzy here, the Virginia Beach Vaporeons, just to be sure that we do not screw our chances for playoffs, because we have a good shot. We've beaten both Waffles and We've beaten both Waffles and Jazzy before. Let's see if that actually makes things a little bit better for the mic, but we've beaten both of them before, so I think we can do it again. Both have made some changes to their team. Jazzy's was a lot less than Waffles was, but still, it's a significant enough change that I need to make note of it. So her team as of right now is Infernape, Latios, Jellicent, Rotom-Mow, Gligar, Megastelix, Snorlax, Muck, Regice, Scyther, Sandslash, and Sylveon. So, looking at her team, right now, the only difference from last time we faced her is last time she had Golbat instead of Gligar. So, again, it can change. It's not a huge, scary change, but it's a change that we need to make note of. Other than that, I feel pretty confident that we can pull out the victory once again with the team that I built. And the first Mon is going to be Tucson or Terrakion. Literally, this is like the exact same set as last time. I'm 99% positive this is the exact same set I used last time against Jazzy. Holding a Chople Berry. The Chople Berry is there for the Infernape. I just know that thing's gonna go for close combat against me because it's the only thing it has that can one-shot me regularly. Like if I'm not like a max Fizdef, like fully physically defensive Terrakion set or something. It's the only thing that that thing has that can one-shot me. So I feel like it would go for that. There's also there's other options on our team that would probably potentially go for a fighting type move against me. So it could be really helpful at some point in the match, but I feel like it'd be 1v1 Infernape versus Terrakion. Infernape, knowing it outspeed, or has at least speed ties me, especially if she runs Scarfed, like she did in previous matches that I have watched of hers. She has run Scarfed, and it has paid off for her. So I feel like she'd run Scarfed, if she goes for Earthquake, she doesn't kill us, we kill her back. If she goes for Close Combat, we live because of the Chople Berry, and then we'll still kill her back, so we're good there. The speed that we are running, we're running 232 with the Jolly Nature. 232, the Jolly Nature allows us to outspeed everything on my opponent's team, barring any Scarfers, of course. We outspeed the Scyther by 2 points, which is really good. The only things on our team that could potentially outspeed us are Latios and Infernape, and I'm not too worried about that. I'll never leave Terrakion in against Latios, and Infernape is okay if it outspeeds us because we will kill it in return and live whatever it does to us. So that's not really a huge issue. But yeah. So with the moveset, we have Close Combat. Close Combat is there to allow us to tear through her walls like Regice and Snorlax. Neither of them will appreciate a Close Combat at all. Megastelix is another issue entirely. It will eat a Close Combat no matter how powerful the Mon. So I'm not too worried about hitting that thing with a Close Combat, but if we can, might as well. Earthquake is there for the Infernape. That is our way of OHKOing the Infernape. We also have it for the Scyther. Since we outspeed the Scyther, we can safely click Stone Edge in front of it and OHKO it, which is really nice. We have the we have the Poison Jab actually now. We're on the Poison Jab. Poison Jab is there for the Sylveon. I needed something that could hit the Sylveon super effectively, and I might as well throw it on Terrakion, because I feel like Sylveon is a good switch into Terrakion, especially if it's physically defensive. So having Poison Jab to hit it super effectively is really huge, and we could potentially get a Poison on it, which is even better. This also gives us the potential opportunity to hit the Rotom-Mow super effectively. Obviously, if it's Scarfed or something, it'll outspeed us. And most likely kill us with a Leaf Storm. If it is not Scarfed, then we have a good chance to do some big damage to it. And then also either way, we'll learn whether it's Scarfed or not. And if we predict it coming in, you know, we can hit it with a Poison Jab as well on entry, which would be kind of nice. So hopefully we can pull that off. But yeah, that's our Terrakion. Next up, we have our Jolteon, Mr. Own Boy here. Flame Orb Quick Feet set. This set I've completely fallen in love with because it gives me so many more opportunities with Jolteon. It doesn't give me, I mean, yes, I am still losing HP because of the burn, but if I use it correctly, like if I switch it in at the right times and I use it correctly, Jolteon doesn't take the burn damage some turns, and I can still get the damage off. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Water, and Shadow Ball for the moveset. I voted against, I decided against Magnet Rise this time, because I did use Magnet Rise against her last time. It wasn't really effective because, whatchamacallit, her Steelix still was able to two-shot me with a Gyro Ball, so that's not necessarily fantastic for me. So I decided to opt against it. It didn't really help us at all last time, but it was a cool set. I decided to go for the Shadow Ball instead. I mean, we can always swap out into something that can take a Gyro Ball a lot better. You know, something along the lines of Volcania or something like that that will eat a Gyro Ball better. This time it also forces her to go for the Earthquake, so we also have the switch-in potential of Latios. So we can dodge the Earthquakes, or even our Hydrangea. Hydrangea can come in on Earthquake and then hit that thing back really hard. We have the HP Water, which is there for the Gligar and the Mega Steelix. I wanted to run HP Ice, but I thought if I ran HP Ice, it gives the Mega Steelix more of an opportunity to switch in on me, because HP Ice will not do nearly as much as HP Water, as obviously HP Water is super effective on the Steelix. So I decided to go for hitting more things than hitting one thing harder. Hitting more things equally as hard was a better option for me there. So yeah, I went with HP Water. Just it's good overall because it'll also hit the Sandslash. It'll hit the Infernape as well. It hits so much more things on my opponent's team that way. Volt Switch Thunderbolt combo is fantastic for this match. Once I get rid of her three potential ground types, any of the ones that she brings, once I get rid of them, I can Volt Switch and Thunderbolt all over my opponent's team. Jellicent won't appreciate it. I need to save Own Boy for Jellicent. I need to make sure that I can beat Jellicent. That's why I also have Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is good to click in front of Jellicent because it'll do big damage, while also being prepared for potential ground type switching. Shadow Ball will also do good damage to the Latios, which we EV'd specifically so that we can outspeed. So unless it's a Scarfed Latios, which I don't predict her to bring a Scarfed Latios. Actually, even if she has a Scarfed Latios, because of our Flame Orb Quick Feet boost, we will outspeed it no matter what. So yeah, Shadow Ball is there for that, so it's going to hit it hard. That's pretty much the goal for our Jolteon. I wanted this thing's there to beat the ground types potentially, and then beat the Jellicent, hopefully. The Jellicent gave us a lot more issues last time than we could afford. I wasted Jolteon last time on the Mega Steelix, and I won't make the same mistake again. So we have Latios. Again, Onisan our Latios. Onisan is Choice Scarf this week, running Max Speed, Timid Nature, and Max Special Attack. Running Max Speed with the Timid Nature so that I can speed time with Latios. This way, if she's not Scarfed and we will outspeed it. I'm running Psyshock, Ice Beam, Surf, and Trick. Now, Trick I have never really used competitive. I've never been a fan of tricking things. I'm not a tricky guy. But if I can trick a Scarf onto something like a Jellicent, or if I can trick a Scarf onto something like Gligar, maybe get rid of its Eviolite, trick a Scarf onto maybe Snorlax, really fuck it over, trick a Scarf onto Muck, trick a Scarf onto Regice, trick a Scarf onto Sandslash, Sylveon, anything, just trick a Scarf onto something. If I can trick a Scarf onto something, especially one of our slower mons, that really, really cripples them, because if I can cripple one of her walls that way, it allows me to take it down a whole lot easier. So yeah, maybe it'll be a little faster, but if it's meant to be a wall, it won't be hitting all that hard. And I can easily counter whatever it goes for. Very, very nicely. So having the trick there is really, really, really interesting, because I've never really fucked with it, but there's so many potential options I can use it for. The goal is to trick the Gligar. The goal in my mind is to trick Gligar. Get rid of its Eviolite. I can trick the Eviolite onto something else. Maybe won't. I can potentially trick the Eviolite onto something else that won't be able to use it as effectively. Maybe get another Choice Scarf off of something. You know, there's options there. I can just trick items all over the place, get things the wrong items. It'd be great. Surf is there for the Mega Steelix. Specifically for the Mega Steelix. It's also there for the Infernape as well. But more the Mega Steelix, because the Mega Steelix can eat up all the other attacks that we're going for. We also have the Ice Beam for the Gligar. Gligar does not appreciate it. Yeah, it's really, really easy to beat a Gligar with an Ice Beam. It's just how it works. You fire an Ice Beam at a Gligar, it dies. Plain and simple. She has a huge ice weakness on her team, having like 4 or 5 mons that are weak to ice. So it's really, really nice to have that coverage on the team. Lastly, we're running Stab Psyshock. It'll hit the Infernape extra hard, and that's pretty much the main reason we're bringing Psyshock. We're also bringing it for the Muck, because Muck is very, very specially bulky. So I'm not going to bring Psychic, because I see no reason to bring Psychic. I just see no reason to bring Psychic at all. I just think it's kind of silly, because I'm not going to be able to kill a Muck with Psychic, but I can kill it with Psyshock. So that's the point there. Next mon is going to be our Hydrangea, the Shaman, rocking an Assault Vest again. Seed Flare, Earth Power, Air Slash, and Hidden Power Ice. 248 HP, max special attack with the Modest Nature, and 8 and 2 special defense. Now, with this set, we pretty much wall a large portion of my opponent's team. Sylveon cannot do very much damage to us. The Infernape, if it's special, can't do too much to us. We wall the Jellicent indefinitely. This set pretty much beats Jellicent 1v1 every time. We eat hits from the Latios very nicely as well. And just overall, this thing does a lot of work to my opponent's team. We have the Seed Flare for the Jellicent, because a Seed Flare from a Modest Shaman is going to blow a Jellicent out of the water. It will also do massive damage overall to a lot of her team. It will blow away the Sandslash, which is really, really nice. We have the Earth Power, which will do good damage to Infernapes trying to switch into me. It'll also do big damage to the Mega Steelix as well, and it'll do some decent chip damage to a Muck if it wants to try to switch into me. We have the Air Slash, which will also hurt the Infernape, and we could potentially flinch things out. We could also fire off Air Slashes against the Scyther, which I don't think I'd stay in on too often, but you know what, if we can hit a Scyther with an Air Slash, why the fuck not? Lastly, we can fire off these HP Ices at Glygars that decide they want to come in and face off against me, because fuck them. Why not? Fuck that Gligar, bitch. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Gligar, so we're gonna kill him. Okay? We're gonna kill his ass. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in a little bit of a mood. Today's been a really off day. But, so that's gonna be our Shaman set. Very simple. Next up, standard, kind of standard Megazor set. We're running 92 speed EVs. 92 speed EVs are there so that we can outspeed. What are we outspeeding? What did I want to outspeed here? I want to outspeed the Gligar, but what else did I want to outspeed? I want to outspeed Rotom-Mow if it's defensive. If it's defensive, we can U-turn on that thing all day long, every day of the week. Now, obviously, if it's offensive, we can't, but still. We have 160 HP EVs just to add to our bulk. And obviously max attack with an Adamant Nature, because we're just going to be hitting things as hard as possible. Bullet Punch, U-turn, knockoff, superpower, basic Scizor coverage. Bullet Punch is going to blow away the Sylveon. That's pretty much the entire purpose of bringing Mega Scizors to beat Sylveon this week. U-turn is for the momentum, the initiative of it. Knockoff is there for the Jellicent. It might be Colbur Berry like it was last time, so we'll see what happens. If it's not Colbur Berry, then we can do big damage to it. If it is Colbur Berry, then well, fuck us, right? But then we bring the Superpower as a way of hitting things like Regice, hitting things like Snorlax, hitting things like the Mega Steelix, stuff like that. Other than that, nothing too spectacular about this moveset. Very standard, but very effective. Lastly, we have a Leftovers carrying Volcania, Old Faithful. Didn't want to bring him AV this week, figured it wasn't really necessary. I feel like I might regret it somewhere along the line, but it is the last week, and I wanted to bring something a little bit special. Last time in our battle, when I brought Volcania out, every single time she would switch in Jellicent. Every time. Expecting like a Steam Rush or something like that. She would switch in Jellicent. Jellicent walls this thing. Normally. But that's why I'm running Leftovers. So I can get up a sunny day, number one, which doesn't negatively affect any member of my team. It doesn't really positively affect any member of hers. So that's good for us, number one. Number two, fire off a Solar Beam at the goddamn Jellicent. Fuck Jellicent. Modest Solar Beam is going to blow your mind. Then we have Flamethrowers boosted in the sun, killing lots of things. And we have Earth Power for coverage. This set is just absolutely fantastic. But yeah, it's a pretty good set. It's a really good set. I'm really excited. Really excited about using this set because I've wanted to use Solar Beam on Volcania all season. I haven't really found a way to do it until now. So I'm really hyped to use this now. I cannot wait to use this set. And this team, I'm really excited. And let's go Hoopas. If you guys enjoyed this team builder, please make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, guys, I'm PokePrimer, signing off.